How are you preparing for retirement currently? Now, of course, I speak to different people, right? Business owners, you have the business owner who ultimately is planning on selling that business later. Now, of course, sadly, around about 90% of businesses actually fail. So, yeah, of course, and that is not me telling you that your business is going to fail and you're not going to be able to sell a business later. But do you have a contingency plan? Looking at having an actual retirement account or some kind of an investment account separately from the business ultimately could be that contingency plan, making sure that you have sufficient funds to retire on, regardless as to what happens with that business. So you don't necessarily have to sell it. In fact, if you have that retirement account or that investment portfolio, maybe what could happen for you is that you don't have to sell that business. You could essentially pass that on to the next generation, allowing you, right, to leave that legacy while you still have income to retire from because you have that investment account or that retirement portfolio. You have the folks that are thinking about real estate. Of course, if you're looking at just using, let's say, one property to provide you with income, again, there is that risk that during your retirement, where if your only other source of income is going to be Social Security, if you don't have a tenant, then that means you don't have income. So again, making sure that you have a contingency plan, have an IRA or a 401k or some kind of portfolio or some kind of account that will be able to give you that income. Ultimately, what I'm getting at is trying to make sure that you have, you start the planning early. What could retirement look like? What do you have control over now to make sure that then later on, when you decide to retire, you have some sense of control. You'd have to start doing that planning now, making sure that you're putting a certain amount away. If it's being invested, know exactly what your risk tolerance is based on your time horizon, and knowing exactly how much that you need to be putting away to get the kind of, the balance that you need to retire when you want. You got to start that planning now. The longer you wait, the more you'd have to put away. Start making those planning now to make sure that you don't have to worry about later.